Today on What the Florida, we do a deep dive on how to breed your own Florida man. Hello, I'm Noah Allwell and welcome back to What the Florida. Florida Man is the state mascot that we all know and love. However, the Florida Man has recently been placed on the endangered species list. So, Floridian authorities have asked the news stations throughout the state to draw attention to the loss of this valued species. We here at WTF News decided to sit down with Florida Man expert Frodo Montran to break down what you need to do to grow your very own unhealthy and poorly balanced Florida Man. Frodo?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi Frodo, so to start off with, what do you believe is the main cause for the species decline?
Well, Noah, it's quite clear. Tourists, they come down to Florida in order to observe them in their natural habitats. But to escape this intrusion, the species begin to move to the Gulf. It's a dangerous choice. You see, when they drop their youngling in the water, they just dive right in there, face first. They take in all that salt water, and they die. On top of this, they're being captured by the police, just all over the place.
Alright, so is there any way we could help reintroduce the Florida Man into the Florida ecosystem?
You must ferment your own.
But how?
In order to produce a government-regulated Florida Man, it's quite simple. First, you gotta kidnap someone off the street, and large amounts of testosterone make men easier to train. And once you got your subject, you gotta cut open their arm and introduce cocaine into the bloodstream. And eventually, there'll be a thick white paste. You'll know you've got it. Florida men will eat dogs, so pet alligators are recommended. Because you are attempting to de-domesticate your subject. And domesticated animals will take control. However, raccoons will work if alligators are not available. The Florida Man should be able to use any part of their body to stab someone. The easiest way to do this, of course, is by chopping off one or two of your subject's limbs. However, you must be careful. Your subject is starting to develop the traits of the Florida Man. So conflict and violence is part of a guarantee. However, without its limbs, your Florida Man may possibly be suffering from intense pain. So it's best to inject them with more meth. Meth is key to a Florida Man's maturity, so it'll make them immune to pain and fatigue. Now that your soon-to-be Florida Man is missing limbs and ready to go, it's best to take away all of its clothes. Florida men are notoriously driven to nudity. Without the help of their limbs, it takes them longer to strip. Your Florida Man's stumps may start to get infected if not treated quickly, so it's recommended to bathe it, both externally and internally, every day while it's in your care with a Yingling enema. While this doesn't clear the infection, it does get it drunk, so your subject most likely won't even pay attention to the infection. Now it's time to introduce it to its natural habitat. However, before you do so, double check that it's no more than 5 teeth. The meth and cocaine should have taken care of this, but you can never be too dangerous.
Where would you recommend releasing the Florida Man once it's fully coked up?
Anywhere within the state of Florida. However, it's best to distance it as far away from police and technology as possible. The species, to put it bluntly, is pretty much inept when it comes to evading law enforcement. Hence our recent shortage. So you want to give it its best shot at survival. As for the technology, it just confuses a Florida Man to the point of anger immediately. And if you're nearby, you have no chance of survival.
Well, yes, because I heard the story of the previous Florida Man who attacked its owners.
Yes, well, that really was the mistake of the owner. Florida men have no sense of memory. They are killing machines who will stab, eat, and or lick any living thing near it.
Well, we here at WTF News implore each and every one of our viewers to attempt to create their very own bundles of terrors. Should you be in the need to find resources for meth or cocaine, we recommend you look at our website, steinbrennerecho.com. Our original domain choice was taken. Tune in next week where we put the myth of alligators being afraid of the color purple to the test. Here's a hint, they're not. Rest in peace, Alec. I'm Noah Allwell, and we'll see you next time on What the Florida.